So Ash has 3 losses against Alain. He's been being set up as something of an invincible opponent for him. We have Kurokuro Ichiban talking about how Ash and Alain will face each other on the most important stage. And you have... Pokemon is a pretty by-the-numbers series. As long as you're paying attention to what happens in it, it's really easy to predict the sorts of stuff that happens. So, when we have a character like Alain, whom Ash has never defeated, being set up as the final opponent in the Kalos League on the most important stage, this is the kind of thing that series like Pokemon do for opponents that are ultimately going to be defeated. I mean, Ash never beat Paul in an official battle in Diamond and Pearl. And Paul had like all the reason to be confident going into their final match. Ash ends up defeating Paul. Ash ends up beating Gary and Johto.
Right.
Ends up beating Morrison in Hoenn. Beats Trip embarrassingly in Unova. So they're really setting up an Ash victory here.
Right. I definitely agree.
I feel like Ash defeating Alain in the Kalos League also sets up great storytelling opportunities for the remainder of the X, Y, and Z series, specifically the hanging plot threads we have surrounding Team Flare. Because obviously, based on the opening, we're going to have Team Flare start taking a more active role, and Alain is known to be one of their agents, basically. Having Ash lose to Alain in the Kalos League means that we still have to resolve the Ash versus Alain question and have Ash overcome his rival.
Right.
Because that's the kind of series Pokemon is. The moment Ash would have to defeat Alain would end up being while Team Flare is enacting their plan, and Ash has to stop him. This means Ash defeats him and basically has to power on through straight to Lysander to stop this plan. This really gives Alain no chance at redemption for his character arc. A redemption we've seen him building towards with Marin and Professor Sycamore through the course of the Mega Evolution specials and his appearances in the X, Y, and Z series. So, by having Ash defeat Alain in the Kalos League, we can force Alain to turn introspective about if he's strong enough or if he can get stronger or the importance of strength, and we can bring his important bond with Marin back in, which can help redeem him and put him back on the side of the good guys in time to help Ash take down Team Flare once and for all.
Right.
And I feel like that's the story arc they're going to want for Alain.
Makes
because
sense.
they've been building up the character of Alain during the entire XY series through the Mega Evolution specials. So I feel like that's what I have to say about Ash versus Alain. There's a lot of build-up for Ash to defeat Alain, and I feel like Alain's character arc will benefit and have a much better storytelling opportunity by having him become defeated.
Okay. So, as for Alain's team, any predictions do you have for the match?
I believe his third Pokemon will be a Tyranitar.
I can see that.
There's a lunchbox in Japan that's out there that has like a bunch of Ash Pokemon at the bottom, and then it has like but it also has Mega Salamence and Mega Sceptile, and like, because it's like separated into thirds. You have Ash Pokemon at the bottom. In another third, it's Mega Salamence and Mega Sceptile, and in the third, Mega Charizard X and Mega Tyranitar. Obviously, you can't have more than one Mega in battle. But we already know that Sawyer has Mega Sceptile and will likely have a Salamence in the battle in the Kalos League, which gives Alain Mega Charizard X and Tyranitar. I could be wrong, but that's basically all I have to go off of. Following this pattern, it wouldn't be incorrect to assume that the rest of Alain's team will be made up of Pokemon that are capable of Mega Evolution.
Okay, right.
So
we know Metagross.
We can see Pokemon that don't get like a lot of screen time that but are capable of Mega Evolution kind of like reappear here. So looking at the poster I have in my room of all Pokemon, we could see Mega Scizor is used by the
Wickstorm.
Yeah, Wickstrom. We know Mega Garchomp is used by someone.
Maybe Ampharos, potentially.
Could be Mega Ampharos, could be regular Ampharos, since the only person with an Ampharos in XY is Meyer. Could be Camerupt, since we haven't seen Camerupt yet. Could be Sharpedo, since we haven't seen Mega Sharpedo yet. Aggron, Maltile, I want to call it Rivaled, but that's its Japanese name.
Oh, you mean Manectric. I can definitely see him with a Manectric.
So yeah, there's a lot of Pokemon that can give him a pretty diverse team if they want to stick with the theme of only stuff that can Mega Evolve.
Right.
They could also throw that to the side and give him like just a wide variety of different Pokemon teams.
Right. I could also see maybe like if we're going back to previous